Welcome back to Studs Up. I am Studs, and today we're taking a look and comparing the new 501st Trooper to the old 501st Trooper and just seeing what's different. I do know that there is like the new Jetpack Trooper, which I do have, but I decided to just compare the normal variety or the normal variant between these two Phase 2 501st Troopers. Like I said, on the right hand, we have the newest 501st Trooper released in the 501st Clone Legion set this year, summer 2020. And then we have the old one that came in the 501st ATRT. Two very, very good figures here. They both look very, very good. Some distinct differences right off the bat that you probably notice is the new one does not have blue arms and does not have black hips. By hips, I mean the crossbar piece there and in between the legs there. And that is distinctly very different. Now, I don't really have a big problem with that. I think if they would have put the black hip printing there, I think it would have looked a little weird. Purely for the fact that the older figure has the bluer arms, and having the blue arms is a very much a darker blue, more of a royal blue, and it goes with the black very well. Now, throwing the black on here, I feel like it would have been a little offsetting. The hands are black, but it doesn't make much sense. The helmets here, the big difference is the mouth, in my opinion. I think the mouth is very distinctly different. The older mouth was much smaller, much more based on the Clone Wars design. And how they did helmets back then. The kind of the visor printing there. The new one has a much smaller visor printing and also has that cheek printing there on the sides. Which I think looks very, very good. They each have the kind of respirator printing on the side there, and they each have that kind of the signature blue stripe down the middle, and those that's both very similar. The torso print is very different between these two, mainly on the fact of how and where the color goes. The color on this one here is kind of more of a straight line down and kind of curves out, and this one's much more of a big triangle. And I think for this one, it really depends where you're looking. I think they're both very accurate for 501st, and I think having this variety in torsos is very good for building a 501st army. I do personally think that the newer helmets look much better than the older ones here. The legs are also better, in my opinion, than the older ones. Mainly for the fact of the toe printing, which looks way better. The torso printing is very similar. The new one is updated, of course, just a little bit more modernized here. If we turn these bad boys around here, we will see the back printing is very similar. The new one, of course, is just more detailed. They got their grenade on their back there, and the new one's a lot more detailed on that and has kind of the shoulder straps, and it's just a little bit more flushed out, and I think it looks a lot better. Now I want to do something here where I switch the helmets on the two 501st Troopers here, mainly to give you the idea of what they would look like. Well, let's take a look at their heads first. We have the old clone head, and then we have the new clone head there. I think the new one looks much, much better. But you see, just switching the helmets around really changes how these guys look. These guys have a much bigger looking chin because their mouth is a little bit higher up there and a little bit thinner. And I'm not a huge fan of that. I like this one a lot better. And just throwing the new helmet on the older torso and legs make it look so much better. And I think if you're going to build a 501st army, you're going to want the new helmets here and not the old ones. And I think that's very important because I do really I think the old torso and legs look good, but I think it just needs an updated helmet to make it look a little bit better. Mainly that mouth there, I'm not a huge fan of. But that's basically the overview of these two figures here. They're very similar, but also very different in their own regards. I think they're both great figures. I am going to say the new one is better, purely for the fact that it's updated, has better printing, and is more closer related to what we see in the movies in the Clone Wars. So that's what I'm going to say is my favorite here. I do really like the old one. I have nostalgia for that one. That was my first trooper I got, and I think it was good for its time, but I think it has been surpassed by the new updated one. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely smash that like button, smash that subscribe button if you aren't already. We're almost to 50 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for commenting down below. Thank you guys so much for liking the video. The Discord is linked in the description below, so feel free to hop on and join us there. We chat, we talk, and I show what videos I'm working on. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Studs out.